Donald Trump is a name that's been on the lips of people around the world for years. Whether it's his business acumen, his reality television show, or his controversial presidency, Trump has always been a polarizing figure. With a career spanning several decades, the life of Donald Trump is one that's worth examining in detail. From his upbringing in New York City to his rise to become one of the world's wealthiest businessmen and eventually to his time as the 45th President of the United States, there are many aspects of Trump's life that have shaped him into the person he is today. In this video, we'll delve into the biography of Donald Trump and explore the key moments that have shaped his career and legacy. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our videos. Let's roll! Donald Trump was born on the 14th of June 1946 in the Queens borough of New York City. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer, and his mother, Mary Trump, was a Scottish immigrant. Donald was the fourth of 5 children in the family and grew up in a house in Jamaica Estates, Queens. According to accounts from his childhood, Donald was a precocious child who showed an early interest in business and entrepreneurship. He reportedly enjoyed playing with building blocks and constructing elaborate structures, and would often accompany his father to construction sites and meetings. Donald attended the Kew Forest School, a private school in Queens, where he was known for his competitive spirit and assertiveness. He later transferred to the New York Military Academy, where he excelled both academically and athletically. Despite his academic success, Donald was known to be a troublemaker in his youth and was frequently involved in fights and other disciplinary issues. He was once expelled from the Kew Forest School for bad behavior, but later returned and eventually graduated from the school. Donald's father, Fred, the man that, in my honest opinion, is the most crucial figure in Trump's life, played a major role in shaping his son's early business career vision. Fred Trump was a highly successful real estate developer who'd made a fortune building affordable housing units in Queens and Brooklyn. He later expanded his business interests to include luxury apartments and hotels, and eventually became one of the wealthiest men in New York City. As a young man, Donald worked for his father's real estate company, learning the ins and outs of the business from a young age, which gave him the initial launch into the real estate business. He reportedly accompanied his father on trips to inspect properties, attended meetings with city officials, and helped to manage construction sites. By the time he graduated from college, Donald was already an experienced businessman, and he quickly assumed a leadership role in his father's company. He began to expand the company's holdings, acquiring properties in Manhattan and other locations, and eventually launched his real estate empire. After graduating from the New York Military Academy in 1964, Donald Trump attended Fordham University in the Bronx for 2 years, before transferring to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned a degree in economics in 1968. What happens next? Trump graduates from the Wharton School of University of Pennsylvania in 1968. He then began his career in earnest, joining his father's real estate business full-time. He quickly rose through the ranks and became the company's president in 1974. Who would have thought, right? Throughout the 1970s, Trump expanded the family business into Manhattan, purchasing several properties in prime locations. He also began to develop his own projects, such as the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, which opened in 1980. Trump's real estate empire continued to grow, and he became one of the most prominent figures in New York City's business and social circles. He was known for his lavish lifestyle, which included a private jet, a yacht, and a luxurious apartment in Trump Tower, a 68-story skyscraper he had built on Fifth Avenue. The dude was living his life. In addition to his real estate ventures, Trump began to explore other business opportunities, such as casinos and hotels. He opened his first casino, the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, in Atlantic City in 1984, and later added 2 more casinos to his portfolio. Trump's business ventures were not without controversy, however. I found that in the late 1980s he faced financial difficulties and was forced to declare bankruptcy for some of his properties. He also faced criticism for his management of the Trump Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City, which was accused of violating anti-money laundering laws. How did it affect the protagonist of today's topic? Trump continued to expand his business empire, and in the 1980s he diversified into other areas, such as golf courses, resorts, and reality television, so it didn't really affect him in any way. He also became the host of the hit show The Apprentice in 2004, which cemented his status as a household name. Donald Trump made a bold move in his career and announced his candidacy for President of the United States in June 2015 and campaigned vigorously throughout the primary season. He was ultimately selected as the Republican Party's nominee, defeating 16 other candidates in the primary elections. During the campaign, Trump made a number of controversial statements and proposals, including a proposal to build a wall along the US-Mexico border, a ban on Muslims entering the US, and the repeal and replacement of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. He also faced criticism over past comments and actions, including accusations of sexual assault and his refusal to release his tax returns. How did it affect the elections? Trump, despite the controversies, won the 2016 presidential election, defeating Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton in the Electoral College, while losing the popular vote. His victory was unexpected by many and marked a significant shift in American politics. Throughout his presidency, Trump continued to make controversial statements and engage in divisive political tactics, including attacking the media and political opponents and promoting conspiracy theories, such as QAnon and Obama birtherism. He faced a number of legal challenges, including investigations into his campaign's alleged ties to Russia, and was impeached twice by the House of Representatives, although he was acquitted both times by the Senate. In 2020, Donald Trump had enough balls to return for re-election in 2020. However, he was ultimately defeated by his opponent, Joe Biden, in the November 2020 presidential election. Trump's re-election campaign was heavily influenced by the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused significant disruptions to daily life and the economy throughout the United States. During his campaign, Trump emphasized his record on job creation, economic growth and deregulation, as well as his administration's handling of immigration and national security issues. He also highlighted his administration's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, including efforts to ramp up testing and secure personal protective equipment for healthcare workers. Did his campaign went smooth? Of course not. That's Trump we're talking about. Anyways, Trump's campaign was again marked by another controversy, including allegations of election interference, concerns about voter suppression and his own personal conduct. The campaign was also marked by divisive rhetoric, with Trump frequently attacking his opponents and stoking partisan divisions. So what was the result of such glorious re-election strategy? Despite Trump's strong support among his base and the enthusiasm of his supporters, he was not able to secure enough electoral votes to win the election. Joe Biden ultimately won the election with 306 electoral votes to Trump's 232, and he was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States in January 2021. Well, folks, there you have it. The story of Donald Trump, one of the most controversial and fascinating figures in modern American history. Whether you love him or hate him, it's hard to deny that Trump has had an incredible career, filled with highs and lows, triumphs and setbacks. As we've seen in this video, Trump's success story is a classic tale of the American dream. From humble beginnings, he rose to the top of the real estate world, built a global branding empire, and even became the President of the United States. But Trump's legacy is far from settled. Depending on who you ask, he's either a hero who stood up for the little guy or a villain who threatened democracy and human rights. Regardless of your opinion, there's no denying that Trump's impact on American politics and culture will be felt in years to come. So what can we learn from Donald Trump's life and career? Well, for one, he's a great example of how hard work, determination and perseverance can pay off in a big way. He's also a reminder that leadership comes in many different forms, and even unconventional approaches can yield results. Ultimately, though, the story of Donald Trump is the one that will continue to spark debate and discussion for years to come. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that he's left a mark on American history, and that his story is one that's worth telling. So what do you think of Donald Trump's legacy? Let us know in the comments below.